Can I be honest for a second? I just don't think I can. Let me start off by saying I am not an ultralight hater. As a matter of fact, I would love to be able to go ultralight. But unfortunately for me, there are some things that just get in the way of that ever happening. So if I'm being completely honest, which I should probably be completely honest, a lot of the reasons why I don't go ultralight have nothing to do with anything other than preference. When I go into the backcountry, I want to enjoy it. I want to do the things that I want to do when I go hiking and when I go backpacking. And so if going ultralight means making myself uncomfortable, I'm probably not going to do it. Not only that, I'm a weekend warrior, so my miles aren't really huge when I go backpacking most of the time. I'm really more there to enjoy being in the outdoors than I am hitting this huge goal of long miles. So I guess you could say that I choose not to be ultralight when it's not really about choosing not to be ultralight as much as it is choosing to enjoy the backcountry the way I want to. Now, I know those ultralighters who are out there who really are hardcore about counting the grams and ounces are probably cringing hearing what I'm saying right now, but understand, this is not about lightweight versus ultralight. This is simply my preference and how I like to hike. And these are some of the barriers that I'm dealing with when it comes to not wanting to go ultralight. And the first one is, I like my camp chair. And because I like that camp chair and because I enjoy the comfort of sitting in that chair when I get to camp at night, I don't want to give that up. I also don't want to give up carrying other items that are just comfortable, like a pillow or two. I'm also delving into the world of hammock camping. My back loves sleeping in a hammock. I feel so great in the morning when I've slept all night in a hammock, so much better than I do when I'm sleeping in a tent. And because of that, I have to carry a little extra weight. There's an underquilt, the hammock, your top quilt, there's my pillows, there's the tarp that goes over top of it. When all's said and done, we're not talking about Z-Packs duplex kind of weight here. It's definitely a little bit heavier. And so that adds to my ounces, that adds to my weight, and it does cause for me to have a little bit more trouble going ultralight. Another reason I struggle with going ultralight is simply for the fact that going on long treks or going on long hikes makes no sense for me because I'm a dad. I mean, check this out. If I'm not going to be doing long miles, I don't really want to have to take super lightweight equipment out with me when I don't really need it. For me, going ultralight only makes sense if I'm going to do long miles. It only makes sense for me personally if I'm going to be hiking 15 to 20 miles a day. If I'm only going to be hiking 8 to 9 miles, going ultralight really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for me. Another thing that works against me is my weight, which I've been working on losing. As a matter of fact, quick weight update, lost another 5 pounds this last month. As I've told people before, my goal was to lose 1 to 2 pounds every single week. And this last month I lost 5 pounds, so I lost a little under 1.5 pounds a week. If I can keep this up for the next year, I'll be right on target losing my weight, so I feel really good about where I'm at. Now that that update's all done, let me explain the weight thing to you. Because of my weight, I can gain somewhere from 3, 4, 5, even more ounces just in my clothing. That's 1/4 pound per item sometimes. Add 4 items, I think you can do the math. That makes it a little harder for me to do ultralight. Now, like I said, I'm in the midst of losing the weight right now because I would like to get my pack weight way down, and I know losing weight is going to help that. But until that weight comes off, this is what I have to deal with right now. Another genuine issue for me is cost. I have kids, I have other responsibilities with my money, and I don't have a job that pays a ton. So for me to go ultralight costs money. The lighter the equipment, the more expensive it typically is. Now, I know there are ultralighters out there right now listening to me going, That's not true. You can get ultralight equipment for a lot cheaper, and you're right, you can in some things. But there are some items you just can't go lighter in and not expect to spend $50 to $100 to $200 more for that item. And that's okay. It's just not something I'm willing to do just to shave 4 or 5 ounces off of a piece of camping or backpacking equipment. So understand something. I'm not saying that I'm against ultralight backpacking. I'm not against it. But for me, the things that give me comfort and enjoyment on the trail sometimes take me out of that ultralight realm. So for me personally, going ultralight's just not an option right now. And that's okay. I don't have to carry the same thing that everybody else carries, and neither do you. If you're somebody who has items that you like to carry because they give you comfort or enjoyment on the trail, take them with you. That's what a hike your own hike is all about. And if you're somebody who loves ultralight backpacking and you love counting your grams and weighing everything out, if you enjoy that, by all means do it. If that helps you enjoy backpacking, do what works for you, because that's what makes backpacking amazing. We're not all cookie cutters, and we don't all have to do it the same. And by me saying that I'm not ultralight, that does not mean that I am anti-ultralight. That just simply means that for me, ultralight backpacking is not my option right now. My base weight's usually between 14 and 15 pounds, which is still pretty light. I'm just not in that sub 10 pound area where most ultralight backpackers are. The most important thing here is literally to hike the way you hike, to backpack the way you backpack. Just make sure you get out in nature and that you're spending time in creation, because it is beautiful. This world that we have is such a beautiful, amazing place, and it's so important that we teach our children and those that come after us to enjoy being outdoors. If you found any value in any of this, click on that like button. If you just absolutely hated everything I had to say, hit the dislike button. If you've not done it already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever any of these videos come out. Until next time, stay strong, hike long, and we'll catch you on the next go around. If I can keep this up by the end of a year, I'll be right on target. Man. If I can keep this up over the next year, I'm gonna have more cars drive by. If I can keep this up over the next, another car. My wife's calling. Hey babe, I'm videoing for my YouTube page. No, I didn't know I was supposed to. Do I need to go get them? Okay. Okay, well let me finish this real quick and I'll do it. All right, love you too. Bye. Oops.